Also, the other thing that I do want to pay attention to this round is the lore. I don't think there's much lore, but there's lore peppered throughout the game, right? I really would love to know the lore of this universe, because you look at, like, South City, right? And it's literally, like, it almost reminds me of, like, Ready Player One, the movie, like, how the, like, city is set up with, like, it's almost like trailers kind of thing on top of one another. That's kind of the, like, background vibe I got of South City. How did we get there? Why did everybody want to move to South City? Because, like, it even says in the beginning of the, like, scenes, like, everybody wanted to go to South City. Everybody was drawn to South City. Why? What happened in the universe that drove everybody to South City? Like, I can only assume that there was some kind of, like, borderline apocalyptic situation that took place in the past, and I can only assume that because we're digging up old tech, right? And, like, the old tech doesn't have modern names, can make motorcycles and tractors. Okay, but why is their tech buried underneath the earth? I want to dig more into the lore of this game. I want to dig deep. I want to know the lore of this game. Whether or not it already exists, or I'm going to make my own headcanon. It intrigues me, and that's why I love games like this. Especially, like, you think of, and I'm just going to talk until you write it out, but, like, for example, I love the lore of, like, Stardew Valley. Like, Joja Mart versus, like, you know, like, corporate conglomerate versus the little man. Building up the community, and, like, just, like, the background between the characters and stuff like that. Like, Maru, Alcoholic Shane. You know what I mean? Like, I love lore of video games, and, like, I haven't looked a lot of the lore of this game, and I've only gotten, like, bits and pieces of it, but I think eventually we might be going to South City. Again, I feel like it's an eventual thing. But again, that's just my opinion. And like I said, like, the game is still, like, what, like 3 months at this point? 2.5, 3 months it came out. So, I mean, we're going to get a lot more lore. But this run through, I'm going to be paying a little bit more closer attention to the text lines, what they say. I mean, I could also read through the wiki. But I'm intrigued. Like I said, they give, like, little one-liners every now and again. Like, Theodore, I think he was saying that he was just somebody who, like, pushed paper, or, like, an office worker or something like that in South City. So, like I said, it's either I'm going to pick stuff up in the game, or I'm going to make my own headcanon lore. Because again, that's just what I do. I'm one of those. What it gives off is that Dinkum takes place in a post-apocalyptic Australia. Like, something happened where tech is buried in chests and containers now. We have, you look at the gators that are underground, or the crocodiles rather, that are underground, and they're glowing with mushrooms growing out of them, so that could indicate perhaps some kind of, like, what is it called? Nuclear fallout, radioactive, stuff. I'm not a scientist. I don't know the proper words to say. And then, okay. But if we take what we hear them say seriously, then Clover tells us she watches me sleep and pretends to be a witch and wants a piece of my hair. I mean, what is she doing? Who is she really? We can get deep into this. I'm not gonna lie. I would love to get deep into this. Honest to God. Like, I don't pay attention to Clover all that much. Not gonna lie. I wasn't really paying attention to their, like, what they were saying to me. I was just like, okay, say what you need to say. Let's get over the, like, get this over with so I can go out and, like, tend to my crops. You know what I mean? And, like, it opens up discussion, right? Like, that's the other thing that I would love to do is just open up that discussion. Okay, like you just said, let's be realistic. Maybe Clover does watch you when she sleep, or when you sleep. Maybe she does. Maybe that's why she decided to leave South City, is because she was getting in a lot of trouble in South City. Because she was a peeping Tom. Pay attention to Clover. She can be a possible end boss. You get to a secret level of the mines and all of a sudden it's Clover. Practicing her Salem witch trial things. Don't mind me. Just doing witchy things. As she casts, like, level 4 fireball at you. I think I'll call it a day. We're gonna need to buy some more axes, because I do want to go out to the pine forest and get a bunch of those seeds.